know update. We still don't know who the bots are. And I'm curious to see if we ever, part of me also feels like we'll never find out. I don't know why, but I just also feel like, will we ever really find out? I don't know. I just doubt it.
Well, Rena is, I mean, you look at her social, besides this, she's dancing to Rena Wines. She's like, she's trying to send a message of like, I'm okay, guys.
She's okay. I've always stood by. I think she's coming back. How did you feel too? Here we are after part 2 of the reunion. A lot of people want Andy to issue an apology to Garcelle, basically teeing and chumming it up with Erica and Rena about throwing her book in the trash. Like, what was your take on that whole thing?
Which will now be part 3 by the time you guys hear this. And everyone will come for me because on one of our shows, I said, like, the whole thing where like, I understood, like, if you came after my family, I would threaten you. It makes, this is where it's like maybe a teachable moment for myself. I wasn't in the moment outraged at the situation, but, reading that and then thinking about it, I'm like, wow, I get it. I get what people are saying. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, look, here's the bottom line. Now, I have to say, Andy clearly has his favorites, but Garcelle is on that list. He loves Garcelle. He loves Rena. I do. I think Garcelle was at his Walk of Hollywood unveiling. I think it was Rena, Garcelle, and I think Rena was Rena, Garcelle, and someone else. But no, I think he loves Rena. I think he loves Erica. I think he loves Garcelle. You don't think you're shocked that he loves Erica Jane. Oh my God, loves.
Okay. These 2-part reunions are very interesting to me because in some ways I feel like they actually are addressing like real things that are happening. Like Rena, posting like every time we talk about Garcelle, it's racist. Like it's interesting. Like I feel like more than ever, they're kind of bringing up and talking about the racism stuff. Then on the other hand, I'm like, it's just so edited. And it's hard to say, like, are they editing Garcelle's facial expressions just like to make it always look like she's doubting what Rena and Erica are saying and doing? So I find it hard, on the one hand, I give Andy credit for bringing up some things that I think have been in the press. And then on the other hand, I'm like, it does seem a little dismissive of the whole situation,
Yeah.
My friend Terrence Noonan, who will become your friend, who's been a longtime producer, who's worked with Garcelle and knows Rena, his take on it, which I thought was really great, is he feels like the women are actually genuinely jealous of Garcelle because she has a legit acting career. She's an actual talk show host. Like he feels like Rena included, but like Garcelle is actually still the only one working in the industry. Now, Kyle is with Halloween, right? But short of that, the others really aren't working and probably aren't going to work with real talk show or TV deals ever again. So he sees it as more of a jealousy thing. They're very, very actually jealous of and feel threatened by Garcelle, which is why you're seeing such a response to her.
Well, I agree with your friend Terrence Noonan, who's about to be my friend Terrence Noonan. He's a huge executive producer in the industry, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. He produced,
launched the Rosie O'Donnell show, launched Ellen DeGeneres, still produces Seven Little Johnston, which is a show on TLC, launched the Bethany Frankel talk show. So we talked a little bit about that. He was on my show this week. So yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of things you would know.
Well, hopefully he's listening to us. You said he listens to our podcast, of course.
Yes, he does.
But here's the thing. I agree with him 100%. Like, first of all, Garcelle, no, I forgot what it was. She has that part. She has a part in some upcoming, I forgot what channel it was on, but she has a part in an upcoming show. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, yeah, I mean, we have Halloween Ends with Kyle, but right, that's a franchise you've been involved in since you were a child. And look, to be honest with you, this is my opinion. I'm not sure Kyle would, she is that little girl in the beginning and you're kind of needed for these stories. I think the fact that you're on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills helped get you cast alongside Jamie Lee.
Yes.
That, but yeah, I mean, Garcelle has, and I've always said this, it's kind of like when I've said this about Jackie and Jennifer from New Jersey. When this is over, when this whole experience is over, Jackie Goldschneider, who's a writer and a lawyer, can go and do something. She has a career because she hasn't acted a fool. You know what I mean? Like Cynthia Bailey, we've talked about this, when she's on Ian hosting, she can go do that. She's transferable to the world because she hasn't acted a fool. Jennifer Aydin cannot be put in front of the camera because she's throwing a drink at BravoCon, like, which we'll get into. I agree. Garcelle was on The Real, which is canceled. Adrienne Bayon has already gotten another job with a very good friend of mine, John Pascarella, on E. She's going to be hosting with Justin Sylvester, like a E pop news show. A very good friend of mine is executive producing the whole thing. He's already like, you know, whatever. But you know, Garcelle could get a job like that. She can go host something. She has a real right.
Yeah,
totally. She has a real.
Keep going.
No, you go.
No. I was just going to say, I could see her pulling like a Gayle King, right? Like all of, you know, in 5 years, she's hosting Good Morning America. I agree with you. I think Garcelle has that poise.
Right. And she got a real acting job because she doesn't like jump the shark. Like to me, now look, Rena, I have to say, I think was great with Ryan Seacrest on Kelly and Ryan when she fills in. I actually think that niche she could get, but listen, you don't know. This is ABC. This ain't Bravo. This is like, has that hurt Rena's abilities to get that fill-in job? Maybe. But she was good at that, but I still don't think that the opportunities are there for her more than Garcelle. I agree with this. And it's like, to me, it's like when people are like Tori Spelling, Housewives, it will never happen. It jumps the shark. It's like Tori Spelling doesn't blend. Do you know what I mean? Like, so Rita, I think to me, and I'm not knocking her, I just think she's become such a caricature of herself that you're going to watch a movie now. And yes, she could be great for Sharknado 17 or, you know, there's something like that. Sure. And I think, look, Days of Our Lives did the thing with her and Eileen Davis and Return to Salem. I think she can go back to daytime TV. And I don't mean that as a slight, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think you can put Rena in like an ABC comedy because it's like, there's Lisa Rinna from Housewives. I think you really need to like lay low and detox and step away from this character. It's the same thing when you play a character on any TV show for like 10 years. She's been on Housewives for 8 years playing Lisa Rinna and she's acted crazy. So Garcelle is a reputable, she hasn't done anything to act a fool.
Yeah, totally. No, I agree with you 100%. And I do